Okay, I'm back. It did not let me just switch. Okay, I gotta do changing tags. Boop, boop. Oh, well, no, I could have kept that one. Totally behaved while you were gone. Totally. Playthrough. Okay. Okay. Press any button. Totally different vibe. Definitely a cozy game. Camera sway on, vibration on, dialogue speed 100%? Sure, I guess? Once upon a time there lived an odd little witch in an odd little house. Swamp. She spent most of her days tending to her odd little garden and resting in her odd little chair. On this day, however, her sleep is interrupted by an odd little noise. Go. Bah. Who's there? Get up. You devil, how dare you wake a young lady from her beauty sleep? Ah. Shoo, shoo, get out of my house, you mindless beast. You're making a mess. With a swift kick in the rump, you boot the goat through the front door. Why did this place get so cluttered? I could have sworn I swept the hearth just yesterday. First things first, my old grimoire must be around here somewhere. Here it is. It's lighter than I recall. The grimoire contains all of your craftable recipes. You can open it any time by pressing the triangle. Mending poultice. A speckled herbal paste that heals aches and pains, heals depleted hearts. Story time with BBM. Inventory, tool belt, ingredients, twig. I have 2 twigs on me. Small stick, still retaining a bit of flexibility. Ooh, Hag's home. Zoom in, zoom out. Ooh, how far can you zoom out? That far, okay. Okay. Journal, first things first. Find your braided belt in the chest. How long has it been stored away? All my recipes are missing. That damnable creature has chewed up all the pages of my book. Where's my belt? I'll need it to carry my things if I'm to go confront the beast. I must have left it in that trunk over there. No? Here. Braided belt. What is this? Imbi nut. Its thorny husk has stimulating properties, whether ground and consumed or simply stepped on. Reedy twine, tough plant fibers, roughly braided into a thin rope. Seeker vine. Even in the least likely of places, this tenacious ivy always finds a way. Okay. Oof, my poor back. How long was I napping for? A good dose of medicine ought to soothe these aching bones before I head outside. At least I still have the recipe for my mending poultice. Oh, I need one more. Oh, over here. Outside. To the outside. Let me out? Oh, hold. Overgrown yard. You step outside into a humid marsh and immediately stub your toe on a twisted root. Ouch. Close your eyes for a wink, and the next thing you know, the whole yard's gone to the weeds. Somewhere in the distance, you can hear braying through the dense bramble. Where'd that cross-eyed Billy get to? You could at least put those gnashers to good use on this lawn. You can open the map and get a better look at your surroundings. Okay. Some shears will cut these cleanly. We have any anyway? Oh. I think that's... yeah. Okay. Chest? Can't do that. Hey! Get back here. Is that all you've got to say for yourself? The goat coughs up a disgusting hairball. Yes. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now? Apologies. It's been so long since I've used a mortal vessel. Yuck. There's dirt in its mouth. You can talk? Of course I can talk. Has your mind become so filled with cobwebs that you've forgotten your old friend? You wound me, madam. It's good to see you up and about. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever awaken. Though I suppose time flows strangely in this place. Anyway, I've come to collect. Do you have the amount we agreed upon? Amount? Amount of what? Oh dear, if you really don't remember, we should go over the contract details again. Down there. The goat nods its head towards the ancient stone gateway looming nearby. And just how am I supposed to get through that solid rock? You're the one who sealed it last. Take a closer look and I'm sure it will come back to you. Witch's eye. Open your witch's eye with square to inspect objects and creatures and discover their weaknesses. Oh. Stone pillar, an unusually large standing stone wrapped with enchanted engravings. Weaknesses, unveiling powder. The goat, I'll help you out. Trust me. I don't know what I do. Don't underestimate your senses, my dear. You may be old, but you can see things others cannot. Hidden weaknesses lying below the surface. Ah, I can see it now. There are shallow runes etched onto the surface of the stone, but they are too faint for me to read. A powder of unveiling ought to do the trick. If you hadn't made a snack of my book, I wouldn't have to retranscribe my recipes. I shall not be held liable for any losses or inconveniences incurred as the result of abyssal possession. By inspecting objects and creatures, you can learn new recipes to craft in your grimoire. Okay, unveiling powder. Sprinkling of this dust will reveal hidden mysteries. Okay, so hag shroom found in the swamp, secret vine found in the swamp, and impine knot in the forest. I have some in my chest though, already. Inside. So... yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna go say hi to Multi. See ya later. Alright, Ducky. See ya. Ooh. You smear a handful of the glowing powder onto the runes of the doorway. A cool blue light emanates from the glyphs and envelops the entrance in its aura. You squint, attempting to discern the meaning of the letters. They appear to be in some obscure runic alphabet. What gibberish is this? It looks like it was carved by a frightened hen. It must be written in the umbral tongue. Allow me to translate. The goat steps up to the doorway and pauses. Well, what does it say? The goat swings its shaggy head towards you. Dark matted wool obscures the creature's beady eyes. I cannot see. Unbelievable. What help are you then? I didn't come here to help. I came to collect. Now do something about this mop of hair, would you? Fine, fine. I think I have some rusty old shears down in the garden. Collect everything I can. Reedy twine and shears. I need shears for something else as well. Over here? I think. Yes? No? Maybe? There we go. Okay. Anyways, let's go back over here. Much protesting and a nicked ear, you shear away clumps of dirty hair from the goat's eyes. Ah, much better. Oh my. Were you always this grotesque, or is my memory failing me as well? Wow. Watch your tongue, or I'll give it a good snip too. Now, can you read the runes or not? Yes, A space beneath she sleeps alone, tokens given up to the unknown. Fires of forge shall unroot the stone, braziers burn and await the crone. Crown? Who's it calling a crown? And what are these tokens I'm to burn? Perhaps you ought to take a closer look at those braziers. Okay, crested brazier. Some past contents have left a hard residue within. Weaknesses: frog slime. A glinting brazier. The inside catches the light just enough to suggest some past iridescence. Weaknesses: shiny stone. Empty brazier. Little remains in this brazier, but an undeniably acrid smell. This is dog hair. And an ash-caked brazier. The remnants of its last burn are barely discernible for the time sense. Weaknesses: blue feather. Dog hair, bird feather, frog slime, and a shiny stone. I don't suppose you swallowed up any of those things while I was asleep? I don't think so, but feel free to sift through this creature's leavings if you want to be completely sure. However, there's a whole world outside this little swamp, you know? See that gateway over there? The one with the lovely green flame? The goat motions to the far side of your yard. I guess a brisk walk into the woods would do these creaky joints some good. Too much time indoors is bad for the humors. Okay. Snipping and tearing your shears make short work of the bramble. Into the darkness. Keep forgetting I need to hold. Space between. You cut your way through the remaining vines and suddenly step into a cold stone dais. Time seems to flow backwards, or maybe it speeds forwards. An oppressive, star-filled void stretches as far as you can see. Though there is no wind or sound in this void, a warm fall breeze and the chirping of birds seizes your attention. A doorway. Oh, so there's other areas I can go. I just don't have them yet. What are you? Hearthseed? Forest. Bed. Forest herb. Twig. Forest herb. Twig. Bed. Am I gonna get a feather? The woman spins around her heel so quickly she nearly hits you with her spyglass. Ah, you startled me. Can't you see I'm busy with my scientific research? Research? What is it you're looking for with that contraption? Why, the famed indigo-tuft forest lark. They're said to be native to this forest and this forest only. Have you seen one, perchance? You glance upwards at this small blue bird perched atop the oblivious woman's hat. I haven't. Sorry. A shame. Well, it's never too late to open one's eyes to the wonders of the natural world. You never know what you'll discover. She points at a nearby woodland critter stuffing its cheeks with seeds. Take that squirrel, for example. Spend a few moments watching its behavior and you'll learn everything you need to know about it. Observation is key. Now, if you don't mind, I wouldn't want to miss making an exciting new discovery. The bluebird glances vacantly at you before pooping on the brim of the woman's hat. A hatchet might be able to break this apart. Okay. Bird. A skittish songbird enjoys eating seeds. Weaknesses. Snap trap. Birdwatcher. Faraway look in her eyes. She looks upon the far away. Logger's hatchet. Squirrel. Possesses an energy far outpacing its tranquil home. Snap trap. Okay. Ragamuffin? Oi, lady, what's with that great stinking pot on your head? I would ask the same about all those stinking frogs in your trousers. Aw, you're just jealous. Boy fumbles between trying to wrangle all his frogs and swiping ineffectually at wayward fireflies with a shoddy-looking bug net. Juggling a little more than you can handle, eh? What exactly are you hoping to accomplish, flailing about like that? Are you daft? Your frogs are hungry, so I gotta catch some of these fireflies to feed them. He takes another wild swing, missing his target entirely. Why don't you let me take a few of those frogs off your hands for a moment? That would let you swing that net properly. Oh, I see how it is. You're after me precious prizes. Well, how about I give you the net and you catch me some fireflies? Then maybe I'll think about trading you one of my froggies. The way waggles the net in your face. Oh, that allows me to return home. Okay. Huh? Fairy dust. What the fuck? What the fuck? I can't. I don't have a thing. Well, these hoppers aren't going to stick around with empty bellies. The faster you catch those fireflies, the faster we can eat. I mean, the frogs can eat. The boy holds out an empty jar with holes poked in the lid. The boy shakes the jar, rattling the captured insects like pennies in a piggy bank. Oh, these are nice and juicy. The lads are gonna feast tonight. Now, about our deal. You agreed to trade me one of your pets there. What deal? I don't remember making no deal. A frog squirms out of the boy's overalls and plops down by his feet with a wet slap. Dang it! There goes Slippery Pete. He takes a clumsy swipe at the amphibian, but the creature squeezes out of his grasp and bounces into the underbrush. Ah, shucks, I never liked him anyways. If you can catch him, he's all yours. Frog's time. Can I talk to you again, or... Okay. Okay. So many things. I can't do that because I need a hatchet. Is what I need. Earth seed. When thrown sharply against the ground, the seed will spirit you back to cozy comforts. Okay. Snap trap. A wooden spring snare for catching the smaller denizens of the forest, useful against birds, squirrels, and rats. Ingredients: impine nut and wickerwork. Craftable. What does that mean? Wickerwork. Oh, it needs reedy twine and twig. Okay. Okay. I need bird feathers, so I need to use it on a bird. Hey, you there, give me a hand, would you? With what? You seem to have everything under control. These stumps aren't going anywhere. My darn useless son was supposed to help me, but he's wandered off again. Probably to go bother frogs and eat bugs or some such nonsense. Oh yeah, I met him. Anyway, I need help clearing away some of these dead logs. It's late in the season and the wood has started to rot. Just be careful of the purple mushrooms that sometimes grow inside. They'll make you powerful, sleepy if you breathe in the spores. As much as I do love poisonous fungi, I'm not much of a lumberjack. Nonsense. Anyone can experience the joys of splitting a fine stump. Here, my boy won't be missing his hatchet. Woodsman spins a sharp-looking hatchet in his hands and throws the handle at you. Take it. Okay, so I need frog slime, I need blue feather, dog hair, and shiny stone. This well-wisher. Oh man, oh geez, I don't know about this. You tap the man's shoulder and he nearly tumbles headfirst into the well. Ah, what's the matter with you? I could have fallen in. And perhaps you shouldn't be leaning over the edge like some wobbly stork. What's so interesting down this well anyways? Well, my grandpappy used to tell me that people drop all sorts of treasure down there, just waiting for someone to dig it up. Got myself a trowel and thought I'd give it a go. But the rope's out and it looks awful dark and damp. I get goosebumps just thinking about all the ghoulies that might be lurking down there in the shadows. Ever consider that those ghoulies might get goosebumps thinking about you lurking up here in the sunlight? Or, no, not really. Not sure if that makes me feel any better about them, actually. Maybe the business of treasure hunting isn't for me after all. Here, why don't you take my trowel? I don't think I'll be needing it. You can go down into the well and see those ghoulies yourself. You ever see a small trowel? It looks like it's never been used. Take it. This odd well is deep and dark. You might be able to climb down into it, but the rope has long since rotted away. Twine. You toss a length of strong homemade rope down into the darkness. Looks like it should support you without much fuss. Let's go see. Oh. The clay is... Oh. Dig. So I got the shiny stones. Ooh, a chest. It's locked. Something stirs inside but does not emerge. Okay. I'll collect some with a jar. We'll have to come back down here then. Wait. No, get back here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, damn it. That squirrel's gonna go right into it. Damn it. Okay, I just have to make another. Go on, bird. It's fucked up, but like, I need the feathers. Okay. I just need the dog hair now. There's something over here. Oh. Was oh, bird. I don't have another trap. Oh. Okay. Eh? I got you. Where'd the other one go? I don't know where it went. Huh. What did I get though? I don't know. Suit sprite? Often beneath one's notice, these are the true power behind a raging flame. Campfire ember, once a raging fire, before that a mighty tree. Blue feather, bright plumage plucked from a bird. Meaty morsel, a worm gobbet of animal meat. Rodent lard, useful for cooking in a pinch, but some find the flavor off-putting. Shiny stone, a smooth stone faintly glowing with reflected magic. Clay, rich muddy earth that can be shaped and molded. Gold coin, a singular small piece of gold suitable for exchange as currency. Lethe cap, sweet smelling mushrooms that brings forgetfulness and slumber. Nice. Fairy dust, barely visible but makes your fingers tingle at the touch. Frog slime, slippery mucus secreted from a damp dwelling amphibian. Forest herb, light minty plant with healing properties, lovely as a tea. Reedy twine, tough plant fibers roughly braided into a thin rope. Pine nut, I read that earlier. Hag shroom, an oddly shaped fungus with an evil odor. Read that. Braided belt, a simple rope waistband, keeps items handy. Then twig, okay. Okay. Wow. Oh. Hello. Okay. What else around? A stag. A stylized image to flatter the self-proclaimed ruler of this region. Commissioned by him, of course, and promptly forgotten. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back up over here, because there was someone over here that I didn't talk to. Kilnman. Evening, ma'am. Come to check on the pottery. I'm afraid I just fired the kilns up, so they'll be a while still. Pottery? Bah. I was just admiring that fine canine over there. You point to a scraggly-looking mutt patrolling the yard. May I give her a petting? Oh, you can try, but I wouldn't if you value your fingers. She's a touch bitey today, and doesn't much like people going near the ovens. I have a way with animals. Surely I can find something to calm her down. Okay. Guard dog. Foul-tempered, snaps at anything that comes too close. Weaknesses. Soporific, morsel, and shears. So do I need both? Because I have shears. Okay, soporific morsel. A warm cloud of animal flesh soaked with sleeping magic, useful against dogs. This draught will send whoever drinks into a deep sleep. However, it tastes horrible, so mix it with something delicious. Leaf a cap, jar of water. I don't have a jar of water. And then a pine nut. Okay, I'll have to go back home, see if I can find some jars. Okay, I'm leaving. Huh. Or continue exploring, because I don't think I have any jars. Maybe I can check, but I'll keep exploring the area and see if there's anything around here. Because there very well might be. What is this? I can't go there. Hey, squirrel. Yeah, you can't go in there. Huh. Is that something? No. No, there's a... Huh. Yeah. I'm stuck. I'll go home and see what I can do then. Into the decay. Okay, what did it say for Forest Well, Village Square, and Fields? So I can't do it here, and I don't have any. Is there anything over here? I don't think so. Outside of the boat. Go to the gateway, blah blah blah. Still need the dog hair. Else at the moment. Can only go to the forest. I know I could get in the well, but I don't have a jar. And our main thing would be like, oh, go to, you know, talk to the dude who has the dog. Or try and, you know, see if I can get something there. Just collecting everything. Fire embers. Nothing here. Empty jar. A fired earthenware pot for holding liquids. So that is ash pile. Locker, ash pile. Need you to go away to the left so I can get to the right. Okay, I can go and get the water, hopefully. Nope. No, get back here. There we go. Okay, now I can that and that. Okay. He just popped. feather, shiny stone, and dog hair. That's all I need for those braziers. I should head back home now. Clay and gold coins. Vanish on me. No. There you are. Got you. Got everything looking around. I don't know how long that lasts, so. Yeah, I did. Okay, so I gotta go back. Treasure waits an offering. Dog hair. The dog hairs take a moment to fall from your fingers, fluttering down into the basin one by one. The fur bristles into foul-smelling coils before erupting into a cold green flame. Brazier awaits an offering. Blue feather. A strong force pulls the feathers down into the large basin like a magnet. It bursts into a bright flash of light as cold flames engulf its essence. The brazier awaits an offering. Frog slime. You gently squeeze the globs of wet slime from your satchel into the basin. The mucus bubbles and pops before cold flames reduce it to a fine, odorless ash. The brazier awaits an offering. Shiny stone. You drop the stone into the basin with a resounding chiming sound. Fractures trace across the pebble before it cracks open and a cold green light swallows it within its flames. The emerald flames of the braziers place strange shadows across the stone doorway. You watch as fingers of shadow crawl up the rock face and crack open the solid granite like stale bread. The stone crumbles away into darkness, revealing a yawning stairway descending down into the cold earth. After you, madam. Into the shrine. Sleeping maiden. Encased inside a gilded crystal coffin lies the body of a young woman. Though she sleeps in enchanted slumber, her ageless features express a deep sadness. The sound of cloven hooves echo against the marble floor as the goat comes to your side. Quite something, isn't she? Do you remember bringing her to me? I brought her to you? Why, who is she? I haven't the faintest idea. All I know is you brought her lifeless form to my doorstep and begged me to save her soul. Save her from what? And why is she asleep? Why, from the 12 wicked souls whom you said wronged her in life, villains who deceived her and cheated her and broke her spirit. And as we agreed, here she will sleep until her contract is fulfilled, until you bring me those 12 wicked souls. What? I remember no such contract. Our pact is binding, regardless of what you do or do not remember. At the goat's words, you feel something hard and dark locked away in the depths of your heart. It speaks the truth. And just why should I do your bidding? Seems like a lot of bothersome trouble to me. Why do I care about some sleeping beauty? Bring me the 12 souls, and I will release the sleeping maiden from her slumber. Our agreement will be fulfilled. Who knows? In time you may even remember why you brought her to me in the first place. Or you can simply return to the comfort of your little hovel, where you will waste away until the weeds grow so thick that not even your shears will be able to cut you free. And your mind will stay as empty as that grimoire of yours. But it is a big decision to make so hastily. Why don't you sleep on it? A heavy weight fills your marrow. Your eyelids flutter, barely able to stay open. What have you done to me? I can't stay awake. Do we have a child, perhaps, that we've somehow forgotten about? We don't seem to really remember anything. Don't have anything available. To the outside. Good morning. I trust you've made up your mind. Will you collect the souls I've asked for? Or would you prefer to stay stuck in this festering swamp? Alright. No need to get your horns in a twist. I'll do as you ask. You haven't given me much choice. Splendid. As it happens, I can already sense the first 4 souls we seek. 2 are in the forest, another in the swamp to the north, and the last in the fields to the south. Could you be more specific? Near a shapely stump, perhaps inside a tree with a face, by an overgrown mushroom grove. What do I look like? A compass? Go out there and look for yourself. Okay. 4 souls for the goat. The goat has made clear his desire, if not his intentions. The bear in the forest, the ox in the fields, the leech in the swamp, and the snake in the forest. Okay. You're so just hanging out. Okay. Here. Okay. I only have the forest available, so this is all I can do for the moment. Okay, so the bear and the snake. Oh. That's strange. I'm sorry, the fuck? Ow! Excuse you? What the fuck? Anything that can be useful against whatever the fuck that was. Dogs. What is this? Hello? Weeping maiden. You approach a young woman weeping sorrowfully into her palms. She catches her breath for a moment and looks out longingly over the placid lake. Oh, my sweet songbird, why have you forsaken me to a life devoid of your love? Tears well up in her eyes as she buries her face once again. You consider leaving this melodrama well enough alone, but something about the poor girl reminds you of the maiden slumbering under your house. You draw out a tattered handkerchief and offer it to the maiden. There, there, dry your eyes, my child, and tell old Granny what the matter is. Oh, thank you, you're very kind. She takes the cloth and daintily dabs the corners of her eyes. Swallowing the last of her sobs, she composes herself before sighing wistfully. It's my beloved, such a sweet and romantic man with the voice of a meadowlark. I get it. He dumped you. Well, don't worry. There's plenty of other frogs in the swamp. What? No, he loves me, and I him. Though our families would never allow us to be together, he'd come and sing outside my balcony every night. One night, we both vowed to escape and meet by this lake. Her lip quivers. I waited and waited under the waning moon, even past the morning sun, but he still didn't reveal himself. Tough break, maybe he just wasn't that into you? The woman snaps at you with sudden vitriol. He would never abandon me. We're destined to be together. She slips back into a melancholic gaze out over the lake. Even now, I still hear the beautiful melody of his lute coming from across the water. Over the dull sounds of lapping waves and quacking waterfowl, faint notes of some faraway stringed instrument whispers through the reeds. Oh, I hear it too. Maybe you aren't just mad in love. It's coming from somewhere in the middle of the lake. He's out there somewhere. I just know it. She crumbles into another dramatic bout of inconsolable tears. Now, I'm sure it's just some echo bouncing off the shore. I'll go find where this tardy bard of yours has run off to. Let's open your journal and review quest objectives. Track quests to display what to do next. Ooh. Oh, new chapter of the snake. Reveal the source of the sounds by the forest lake. Something sneaky is hiding and laughing in the woods. The fuck are you? Huh. Are you What the fuck? What am I supposed to do? Which on the other side of the lake? Oh? So I'm gonna go over there and look. Lakeside, the music seems strongest on this shore, but even here you can't quite place the source. It seems to be emanating from the half-sunken ruin poking out of the lake's waters. Maybe that fool bard's hiding way out there. I swim as well as hens fly. Suddenly, some unseen voice chitters mockingly into your ear. Ho ho, hee hee, the musical man you'll never see. You spin around, but no one is there. Just a nattering laughter bouncing on the wind. Who's there? Show yourself, spirit. Okay, so... Not mending the unveiling powder? I'm assuming. Yep. Pixie. You snap your hand around the elusive creature and squeeze. Ah, let me go, you nabbly pot. You're crushing the life out of me. You trifling little pest. What do you know about this music? Music? What music? All I hear is the slapping waves and the peeping birdies. Your wrinkly old ears must be full of bugs. Don't you play smart with me. I'll pop off your head like a daisy. Oh, you mean that? Oh, you mean that music? It's the sound of the snake's traveling circus. I thought everyone knew that. The circus stays still, but the door's the thing that travels, you see? And right now, the door's out on that lake, but you'll never get in. Hehehe. You give the wretched spray a good shake, and a shower of glittering dust sheds off its wings. Tell me how to cross the lake, or I'll make a necklace from your teeth. Ah, only fairy folk can show the way. Dirty fairies built a bridge. Keep all you big folk out unless the snake invites them in. You're a fairy, aren't you? Where's this bridge? Ha! We're a pixie, not one of those flamby mushroom herders. Besides, the bridge is invisible to big stompers like you. The creature peers over your shoulder and waves its tiny arms. Oh, look, there's a fairy now. Why don't you ask her? You turn to look, but in your moment of distraction, the pixie sinks its sharp teeth into your finger. Ouch, you sneaky little blighter. Springing free from your grasp, the slippery monster chitters a laugh and vanishes in a cloud of smoke. You look down at your dust-covered hand. Fairy or not, this bridge must be around here somewhere. Pushing aside thrushes and cattails, you find a strangely carved pedestal. It might be mistaken for a bird bath if you didn't know any better. As you run your finger around the edge of the bowl, the remaining pixie dust on your hand flakes off as if drawn in by an invisible force. Crude pictographs appear on the surface of the basin. They depict a coiled snake presiding at the center of some kind of festival. Directions on how to reveal the bridge are carved on the outside. You see symbols resembling fey dust, dancing fireflies, and bird feathers. Oh, I need more bird feathers, so I need traps. Fuck. Okay. It's catching. That's right. I was looking at the wrong thing. There's a squirrel nearby, I don't want that. Okay. Directions on how to reveal the bridge. Carved on the outside. Okay, got that. Okay, I got everything. You shake out the fine dust into the bowl and it settles evenly to its inside surface. Directions on how to reveal the bridge. Okay. And fireflies. Each of the fireflies alights upon the edge of the bowl, stepping delicately until they are evenly spaced. And then the feathers. Placed into the basin, the feathers arrange themselves into perfect triangular symmetry. The basin begins to glow a soft yellow as the fireflies rise from the muck within. They begin to dance up and down, drawing circles high above the bowl. Glitter rains down gently, shimmering as it catches rays of sunlight. Slowly the particles trace the form of a bridge leading from the edge of the water to the center of the lake. You tentatively test the strength of the spectral walkway and find that it is as strong as if it were made of solid stone. Ooh. The snake is good to us. Seems to be in some kind of trance. Oh, very nice. Shiny stone and fairy dust. I'll take that. Thank you very much. People really like these parlor tricks. An almost hypnotic motion. Gold coin, egg, and shiny stone. Snake is good to us. And males, I don't think so. The snake would like to meet you. Literal snake. Draped in glittering jewelry, the serpent stares intently into a crystal ball as you approach. Welcome, my dear, welcome. I saw that you would come here in search of answers. Ha! I just came here in search of a bard. That's him outside, right? With the lute? The minstrel? Yes, he is working off a debt to me. All those folk out there seem a touch addled. What did you do to them? They're all humble folk looking for something, just as you are. I am here to provide them with my services in exchange for a bit of work. So what are you, some sort of carnival wizard? You're making quite the racket in my forest. A wizard? No. I am a seer, a scryer of the hidden mists, a foreteller of fortunes, and keeper of secrets. Fancy titles you've given yourself. Sounds like you're nothing but a used cart salesman peddling your wares to the gullible. Ah, a skeptic. Step closer and let the crystal ball reveal its mysteries. The snake's voice drops low and seems to fill the tent with a heavy weight. I am a helper of sorts, an unraveler of knots. I make the forgotten remembered. You feel the scaly touch of slithering coils wind around you, but you are powerless to move. And you have forgotten much. The snake's eyes swirl in a pattern you've never seen. Imperceptible colors collapse into themselves and fracture into kaleidoscopic mosaics against the canvas walls. Excuse me. A voice speaks from far away. It takes you a moment to realize that it's your own. I have forgotten so much. Let me help you find your answers. The serpent's coils slowly squeeze the consciousness out of you. With a desperate push of willpower, you blink away from the snake's hypnotic gaze. Wait, get off me, you worm. You wriggle your body like a sack of loose twigs. Despite your protesting bones, you manage to squirm free and tumble backwards out of the tent. When your eyes open, you find yourself back outside the snake's tent. You pick yourself up from the ground and dust off your shoulders. I guess that sly serpent has some tricks up his sleeve. I'd better come up with a plan for the next time I go in there. The festival patrons seem confused after you tussle with the snake, as if a spell over them was momentarily shaken. The crowds disperse as they fumble about in the haze. Now's my chance to get a word in with that bard. Maybe I can get him out of this mess. Strumming his lute, the strapping young man has a faraway look in his eyes. Is it wistfulness, nostalgia, or even hypnosis? Wander I may, but narrow way, for she I call my lover. To my chagrin, I stumbled in and met the gaze of another. Curious, I stared. I was not prepared, and this was my mistake. The binding gaze now lived my days in service of the snake. Cry not for me, for there is she that might still see me saved. My spirits they lift as she holds a gift from before I was enslaved. A mirror, but shattered, its pieces have scattered. If mended, we may be set free. Down the wishing wellspring to the swamp's moonlit ring, and hiding within the pixie's tree. What's all this about a broken mirror? You gave it to that weeping maiden? Speak plainly, you warbling fool. No matter what you do, the poor musician barely seems to realize you're there. He just keeps strumming his lute and humming his mournful tune. Maybe that lovesick miss will know what he's on about. Still my beating heart. Have you any news about my dear sweet love? I found him at the carnival, but he's been mesmerized by the snake. Unless I can break the spell, no one in that carnival can leave. The snake? Say it isn't so. I've heard how he grants wishes, but only for a terrible price. Why would my love be so desperate as to consort with that charlatan? I haven't a clue, but he's stuck deep. The only thing I managed to get out of him was something about a mirror. Do you know anything about that? A mirror? Oh, yes, it was the first gift he ever gave me. From inside her bodice, she produces a small cracked hand mirror. but one night it slipped from my balcony and shattered on the cobblestones. I tried to piece it back together, but I could never find the last 3 shards. His song mentioned something about a wishing well, a moonlit swamp, and a pixie tree? Keep that mirror close. I'll seek out the missing shards and return them to you. Oh, thank you. I should very much love to see it whole once again. A forest well, the forest pixie's tree. No. The small tree is littered with countless trinkets and bits of trash, glued haphazardly together to form a glittering hive. You reach for a sharp piece of broken glass that could be the mirror shard, but pull your hand away at the last moment. 1,000 beady eyes peer out of the tree's knotholes. A familiar cackling voice floats above the others. You again, Kettlehead? What you want now? I've come for that mirror shard. Hand it over and I won't have to strangle you again. No way, we need shinies to keep gross fairy folk away. Best fairy repellent there is. What? Since when are fairies afraid of shiny things? Well, I don't see no fairies around, do you? But maybe we can work something out. Them smelly mushroom herders have been encroaching on our turf, see? They've been building those stupid little stone shrines of theirs, and worse yet, they've been hiring mercenaries to guard them. So we can't go anywhere near, but maybe a stone stomper like you can take care of the problem for us, and then you'll give me that shard? Hey, if there ain't no fairies, we won't need no fairy repellent. And you. There. Hey. How am I supposed to do this? Fuck. How am I supposed to do this? Ow! Bitch. I don't think... I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. I'm gonna have to come back. Bait stick. A tempting but deadly morsel for meat-eating critters, useful against newts, dragonflies, and bats. Interesting. Hey, doggo. You want it? No? You're not gonna... Hey. No? There you go. There. Okay. What is this? Oh. What the fuck? Ow! Rude. Into the swamp. Let me continue to look around here first. Lakeshore path. me alone. Damn it. What am I supposed to do for that? I need to go on to the next area. Okay, so... Wait, find the shard in the forest. Well, was it just there? Unless it's in the chest that I can't get into yet. Find the shard in the swamp. And the pixie's tree. Let me go down and double check. Just to make sure that I didn't just like actually miss anything that I can actually get right now. It's collecting water. That's just collecting water. Okay. Okay, darkened up. A cozy burrow for a creature who prefers to be left alone. A wooden storage box. Weaknesses unknown. I can't get beyond. Oh. Back outside and hatch back up to return to the forest. I think I have to get into that chest in order to actually continue farther and find the shard. I'm gonna go to the swamp then, I think. I can't really do anything else. Okay. Leave me alone. Wait. Come back, frog. Gotcha. Oh, Oh. Hello? Who's there? My eyes have gone milky. Please, come a little closer, sister. I don't believe we've met before. Why do you call me sister? I don't need sight to see someone who's also signed a dark contract. The woman looks blindingly through you, though you can sense her focus. Contract? So you've had dealings with that damnable goat, too? What sort of pact did he rope you into? Oh, you know how it is. I was young, and he weren't no goat when I knew him. He used to dance naked under the blood moon and raise the dead to frighten dull country folk. But it's ancient history now. Old age comes for us all, and eventually you've got to hang up the sacrificial dagger and settle down into the comforts of retirement. I know the feeling. I miss my cozy chair and little fireplace. Seems like a fine spot you've got here. Well, it's not all posies and pumpernickel. She clutches worriedly at the moth-eaten blanket in her lap. What's rattled your bones? Maybe I can help. It's my dear old husband, handsome chap, although a bit clumsy. He had a tumble trying to weed out some swamp traps from the yard. Awful things like to snap at your toes when you're not looking. Anyways, he twisted his ankle pretty bad and went off to the sick house to have it looked at. But that was a few days ago. He should have been back by now. And these legs haven't worked right in decades, so I can't even go to check up on him. I've been so worried, I even thought about making another contract. Don't you dare. You just wait here. I'll go find him and see what the bother is. Thank you, sister. The sick house is down the road to the west. Be careful of the critters along the way. They've got a taste for blood. The leech. There you are. What the fuck? Collect some water with a jar. Another way to collect water? Okay. Oh. Bug ichor. The gooey insides that bugs tend to keep to themselves. Meaty morsel. And sewing kit. Suitable for stitching edges, be they mundane or decidedly less so. Did I just kick it? Okay then. Mushrooms. Frogs. There. A lot of frogs. Hehehe. Oh, these are people, huh? That ain't great. What are you? Toxic vessel? Night frog. You look scary. So I'm gonna go. Okay. What the fuck are you? Excuse you. Leave me alone. Ow! It's stuck. Suspicious stop. The thick moss growing on this massive fallen trunk seems to recoil at your touch, revealing strange etchings on the bark below. Slowly, a spark of swirling energy seeps forth from the waterlogged wood until an ethereal doorway opens before you. Oh, okay, cool. Very nice. So I got that unlocked. Oh, feather. Snail. This. Maybe. Yeah. I have new meat morsel. All that. Great. Okay. Why are you angry? Are you going to get angry with me? Or can I talk? I can talk. Okay. A fat troll sits squarely in the middle of the bridge, busy scratching an itch on his back with a fallen tree. His unmatched girth blocks the path forward. Out of the way, you big galoot. He shifts his mass and releases a loud fart as you attempt to circumvent him. Oof, fine. Keep your bridge. I'll come back when the vapors have dissipated. Leave me alone. What are you guys guarding? Is that it's a fucking shard, isn't it? Damn it. Stick totems. These animated wooden effigies seem engaged in a ritualistic dance. They march in stiff patterns around a reflected piece of glass embedded in the soft ground. Yep. You lean in for a better look, just long enough to make out the shard's mirrored surface, reflecting the ghostly image of the moon. You think to reach in and grab it, but the swinging limbs of the dancing totems are too dense and quick. Out of the way, you overgrown twigs. Maybe I can get them to shift their attention to some other glittering bauble. Moonlight globe? I don't have that yet, so I'll have to come back to the sick house. Hello. Hold on now. Sick house is full to the brim and festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? A plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, it's terrible. It affects the young and old, the healthy and infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients I can barely catch my breath. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? We've just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded I've even had to dump some in the swamp. That seems unethical. Don't worry, the leech is inside working her miracles on the other patients. It couldn't be in better hands. The leech? That's the doctor of this place? The best in the land. I don't dare think about how much worse it would be without her skills. I need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. Sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your years to enter such an infectious place without a proper inoculation. But with all the patients, we're low on medicine, and I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. What's a simple booster shot made from anyway? There's plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. Well, it's a pretty basic prescription. If you bring me the components, I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug-egger extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. Okay. Anything around here? No. This? A place of powder. But to what end? Or a place of power, but to what end? I wonder what that's about. Over there. Glitter bomb. Sewing kit. Oh, moonlight globe. Totemic moondrop in the swamp and glitter bomb, which is craftable, but I need empty. I just need an empty jar. I can do that. So now I just need totemic moondrop. Oh, lovely. Mushrooms. This is the lady's house. Bombing sauce? Get back here. Drake. Not a full-grown dragon, but just as mean. Weaknesses: Snackerface and Shears. Okay. Disturbed body. Swamp Thistle seems to be in the process of rolling this corpse over. Oh? Can't do anything with it. Seems. Okay. Back later. Okay, I might... I still need one thing to make that. I don't know how to get it. So, it might be in the area that I can't access yet. So, should I... I'm gonna go to another area then and see. Oh, sacrifice, so Sporaphic Potion, Roast Beast, and Magic Paste. Witch Spice. Okay, I can make these. Dragonfly Wing. Jar of Milk. Jar of Milk? Huh. Okay. Need this at least, so now I just need the magic paste. Dragonfly Wing, I have to set a trap. Oh, bait stick works against dragonflies. Okay. How many wings do I need? Just one. And then I'll make a jar. Where are... Leave me alone. Okay, so I got that. Now what? Leave me alone. Where? Please. water. Fields, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can get here for the time being, so I'm gonna try and... Is it south? I think it's just south of here. Lakeshore Path. Well, we'll find out. Oh. Hello? Oh, it's a dingus. Oh, I stopped right where you are. Dungus. Yeah, no one but soldiers are allowed into Lakeshore Camp, and you don't look like no soldier. Yeah, that's not a standard issue helmet. I just came to visit my, son? I don't think so. The captain said no visitors, so buzz off. Yeah, unless you're the quartermaster, you ain't getting in. Hey, where's that nervous wreck anyway? He ought to be back with that shipment of honey by now. The bear. Okay, going back then. Quartermaster in the forest. Whoa. Was it like this last time? This hole, I mean... Hey. Here's all day and a half. Good for you, kid. Oh, hello. Quartermaster. Oh, hello there. Sorry, I think I managed to get most of this debris off the road. Looks like you've made a fine wreck. What on earth happened to your cart? Yes, well, you see, I was sent on a very important mission by order of my captain, the Bear. The Bear, you say? What sort of mission? It's my job to make sure the lakeshore camp is well stocked with provisions, but most importantly, a steady supply of honey for the Bear's favorite mead. I was just on the way back from the apiary with a cart full when a deer or something darted out of nowhere, jostled my poor mule so bad that she broke her bridle and ran off. My own heart nearly leapt out of my ribcage. Piled the darn cart right into the ditch, she did. Now every barrel is smashed, and I can't bring myself to report back empty-handed. The Bear will have my guts for garters, I'm sure of it. This Bear sounds like quite a brute. Oh, you don't know the half of it. If he doesn't get his honey mead, heads will roll. Maybe you could lend me a hand? I can't very well put this broken cart back together. No, nothing like that, but could you take a message to the sergeant of the lakeshore camp? He's a reasonable fellow. Let him know what happened, and maybe he can get me out of this bind. You can get to the lakeshore camp if you follow the road to the northwest of here. I need to stay with the cart and assess the damages. Oh dear. Okay. Hey, fairy. The old ward path. I'm assuming that's where I need to go for some things. So I want to go and talk to the sergeant first. Hey, where do you think you're going? Yeah, no one but a soldier outside Lakeshore Camp. Get out of my way. I have urgent news of your quartermaster. I need to speak with your sergeant. Urgent? Only thing that's urgent is the line for the latrine, or if the captain hasn't had his drink. That's right, Captain Bear is in a right foul mood. You can't come in unless you want a good thrashing. The guard almost has to shout over the clattering din coming from inside the camp. You heard him, it's dangerous in there. Wouldn't have the heart to let a frail granny like you near that beast. One guard turns to the other with a conspiratorial shrug. Yeah, but who are we to say what's good for our health? Oh, yeah, you're right. We might be convinced to look the other way if we was fairly compensated. Right, fairly compensated, of course. We'd be sticking our necks out after all. Guards hold out their hands expectantly, like children begging for candy. Gold coin. You carefully press 3 heavy gold coins into the palm of the waiting guard. There, I expect you two can divide them evenly amongst yourselves. Right, 1 for you, and 2 for me. What? You mean 2 for me and 1 for you? I'm the one who does all the real guarding around here. You still owe me for that game of dice you lost. You cheated me. Give me them coins. 2 guards fall into fisticuffs and roll into the bushes, leaving the gate to the camp wide open. Okay. Blood. An amount of sanguine fluids can be used to give life or hex it away. Ooh. And then mending poultice. Hey, get back here. Look. Get back here. The other one is here. There. Literal bear, got it. As you cautiously approach, the bear drains the last of his enormous tankard and smashes it against the head of a nearby soldier, knocking the hapless man to the ground. And then I walloped him just like that, so next time I catch any of you cowards turning tail, I'll skewer you like a fish and leave your guts for the gulls. Suddenly noticing his drink has gone dry, the bear bellows to the skies. More mead, you yellow-bellied worms, more drink. Bring me my delicious honey mead. Soldiers taking cover nearby exchange nervous glances at each other. None wanting to confront the bear. There is no more honey mead. The bear wipes a strand of drool from his sagging lips, and his blurry eyes slowly focus on you. A mocking smirk splits his face as he waves at you with his great spiked mace. Say, that's a funny-looking helmet, soldier. I ever tell you the time I crushed the bucket-headed barbarians of the western mountains? You decide that now is a good time to leave the bear to his ramblings rather than make yourself an unfortunate prop in his war stories. The bear kicks an empty tankard at you as you retreat back into the camp. That's right, go get me more mead, you good-for-nothing sluggard. Take cover! Beauty morsel, grain, a small pile of grain recently thrashed, and reedy twine. Nice. So, Sergeant. The frenetic-looking officer shouts hurried orders at whoever will listen, but most of the camp soldiers are busy cowering or knocked out cold. Man the gates. You, over there, secure the perimeter. We just need to hold out a little longer. Sir, we're running out of men. Where's that damn shipment of honey? You step over an unconscious footman to address the man in charge. I might be able to answer that question. Who let this old bat into the camp? I found your quartermaster. He's having a bit of cart trouble on the road. I'm afraid your shipment isn't going to get here anytime soon. What? Oh, curse my rusty britches. Without that honey and other supplies, we can't make the honey mead. The bear's gonna flatten the whole camp when he finds out. The camp looks half flattened already. What's all this ruckus about? Well, the bear is the greatest warrior there ever was, which is grand and all when we're fighting the enemy. But once we set up camp, he likes to use us poor sods as playthings to reenact his conquest. And the only thing the bear loves as much as fighting is drinking. Guzzles up so much honey mead, we have to brew it right here in the camp just to keep up. He points to a squat-looking device tucked near some tents. A portable brewery. Without that shipment of ingredients, I don't see how we can ever calm the bear down. He'll smash us all into paste before the sun sets. Let me take a look at this brewery of yours. If the bear is so in love with brawling and boozing, then perhaps it's about time he received a dose of his own medicine. Ooh. This. You inspect the brass contraption. A tank here, a hopper there. The bitter smell of alcohol is infused into the well-worn metal. Despite the needlessly complicated dials and tubing, at the end of the day, the brewery is really just a fancy cauldron. This seems simple enough. I should be able to concoct just the potion for your troubles. The rattled sergeant shrugs his shoulders at you. Sure, if you think it'll help, but you'll need to fuel the darn thing first. Our supplies are a mess, so you'll have to figure it out on your own. You open up the brewery to inspect its complicated innards. Okay, I need 2 more jars of water. I need a cinder box. Okay. Shh, we don't want him to find us. Okay, cinder box. Okay, got that. I just need... water. I don't think I can get water around here. We can't go in there, it's the bear's tent. This way. We'll go to the well. Get some more water. And then I'll be able to make that. Okay. Okay. You slosh cool, clear water into the brewery's main tank. Not the best space for potion brewing, but you want to preserve that honey mead flavor. Twigs, you snap kindling into pieces and scatter it into the bottom compartment of the brewery. Should be fuel enough for the job. With the heat of a cinder box, you set the stove chamber of the brewery alight. It will bring the tank to a rolling boil. With the hiss of steam and the sound of boiling water, the rattling brewery is ready for the next step in the process. Of course, I'll need honey for the mead. That quartermaster said he was coming back from the apiary in the field, so I best try there. Then I'll need a proper magical binder and a token of the bear to seal the spell. Something in this camp ought to do the trick. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. So I need honey, metamorphosis, elixir, torn teddy bear. Okay. Through the open tent flap you catch a glimpse of pillaged trinkets and treasures scattered about the spacious interior. You surmise that one of these precious objects might contain enough magical essence to use as a token of the bear. Your eyes have only a moment to linger upon the giant fur-lined bed before a hand pulls the door flap shut. The sergeant gives you a disapproving glare as he ushers you away. Hey, you can't go in there. This is the bear's personal tent. You know the kind of hell that would break loose if he finds out someone's been snooping? Don't worry, I'll be careful. It seems like your men are keeping him distracted anyway. Glance over at the bear as he tosses aside a soldier like a sack of potatoes. No way, no how. If you think this is bad, just wait until he finds out there's no more honey mead. If you're so afraid of that stomping brute, why don't you just slip away into the night? Surely it would prolong your life a little. And abandon all my friends. We soldiers gotta stick together. It's our only chance. If only there was some way to stand up to the bear. A thought seems to cross the sergeant's mind as he notices the potions and baubles hanging around your belt. Say, you're good with magical doodads and whatsits, right? What if you made me some sort of protective charm or talisman? Then I could maybe have a chance against that monster without getting my head stoved in. If I make you a protective talisman, will you let me into this tent? I suppose I wouldn't have much to worry about if you did. Protective talisman. A wicked gemstone, magic paste, and wicker work. Okay. How many did I... Okay. Metamorphosis elixir. What is this? Dryad fruit. In the forest, okay. Oh yeah, and then magic paste, which I need. Jar of milk, so I have to go to the fields. Off I go then. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Let us go to the fields. Fast my little legs can take me. What's gonna get angry with me here? Ooh, lacy grass. I need that. Get back here. Ooh, green. Hello? That's not what I wanted. I wanted to talk to the person, but I can do so after. So, good day to you? No? Okay. You got nothing for me. Cool. Hello? Perhaps I can puzzle him somehow. No, get back here. Get back here! What the? Oh. Okay then. More lazy grass. Unusual hay bale. Upon closer inspection, this mountain of hay appears to have been deliberately woven into an intricate wickerwork structure. You carefully pluck a single piece of straw from its center, and the whole bundle begins to swirl and unravel until a gaping vortex opens before you. Ah, shadowed way. Ooh, cow. Nice. Little chickens. No. Fuck did I just hear outside? I have no idea. Anyways. Okay. This. Sacrifice. That's cool. Back here. Perhaps I can puzzle him somehow. I don't know what that means. Oh, who are you? Can I talk to you? Vegetable farmer? A hefty gourd stands before you, wiping beads of dew off his bumpy forehead. He tilts up the brim of his hat and greets you with what you interpret as a smile. Welcome to my farm, stranger. What brings you out here? How's it growing, farmer? Oh, you know, not so bad. Trying my best to harvest. Competitions this year. Well, you look to be making good progress. I'm sure you'll be a shoo-in for the blue ribbon. I would think so, wouldn't you? But every year, without fail, that sour ox takes a prize. Okay, so this is the ox, got it. No matter how hard I work, I can't seem to outgrow his crops. Careful now, you're beginning to sound like a sore loser. Yeah, not sore loser, I just think it's quite suspicious, don't you? Last year, the ox and his family grew the largest corn cobs I've ever seen. I was barely able to get second place because of my own little helpers. He motions to animated turnips and potatoes busy with menial farm work. But this year, his crops are larger than ever before. Even though his family is nowhere to be seen, it doesn't make any sense to me. He's working the fields all by himself. What happened to his family? That's the fishy part. No one knows. They just disappeared one day, and the ox has said nothing. That does sound suspicious. Perhaps I'll go and ask him myself. Yeah, his farm is down in the southwest. You can't miss it. I must get back to work. Veggies won't grow themselves, you know. Okay. Nope. That isn't what I wanted to do. But... CrossFit. Okay. Don't get angered with me. Turkey. Ow! Bitch. Rude. Day. Excuse you. Why are you still chasing me over here? Why are you still chasing me over here? Leave me alone. This farm. Hello? This is private property. What are you doing trespassing on my land? Why, I just came to admire the glow of your crops, Master Ox. I heard you produce the most bountiful produce in the land. Huh, well, you heard right. I work day in and day out till my hands are raw and my back is broken, but you won't find a finer farm anywhere else. You're sure to take first prize at the Harvest Festival again. You and your family must be so proud. The ox spits on the tilled soil. Those lazy louts never understood the pride and joy of devoting oneself to the land. What good's a family that gripes about hard labor? We'd have never won any of those competitions if it wasn't for my sacrifice. Where is your family, then? I can't help but notice you're working all by yourself. If you must know, those damnable bandits out by the South Bridge stormed in the place one night and stole them away. Bandits? You don't seem very concerned about getting them back. I'm better off. For all I know, they could have been already ransomed off for fertilizer. But if you're so worried, why don't you go talk to those bloody brigands yourself? Now get your big nose off my fields, or I'll toss you in the compost heap. Can I get water here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. There are far too many for me to just sneak by. I'll have to find a way to incapacitate them. Okay. Elixir, did I craft? No. Right, dryad fruit. The forest. Cinderbox. Use the elixir. I just needed one. Let's do that. Okay. Got everything for this. Oh, I will once I get the talisman. Here, this ought to shield you from harm for a time. He grins nervously as he puts the charm around his neck, then he clobbers himself in the face with his own fist. Wow, you weren't kidding. Though that's nowhere near the kind of punishment the bear can dish out. I better find some more stuff to test it out with, then I'll give that bear a piece of my mind. He stumbles off into the camp to find other objects to try against his newfound protection, leaving the bear's tent unattended. Torn teddy bear. A ragged toy bear, well loved and well beyond its prime. Jar and some meat. Anything else? No. Okay. The frothing basin of the brewery stands ready for the right ingredients. Fuck, I didn't get honey. Ladle out a good portion of the writhing, tar-like substance into the brewery. To be safe, you add a little bit more just for texture. You pause before dropping the tattered plaything into the brewery. A glint in its butt and eye reminds you of something, but the thought soon evaporates from your mind. You overturn your palm and the stuffed bear splashes down into the concoction. It floats sadly for a moment before becoming waterlogged and disappearing under the surface. Okay, I gotta find damn honey. I have a jar, which is nice. So I'll go back to the fields. Can I? Might stun someone momentarily, but its long-lasting effect is purely cosmetic. Okay. Aviary. Apiary. Not aviary. I can try. I don't know why I'm going this way. Apiary. Did I even come across that? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I'd completely forgotten about the honey. Oh. Ah. This way. Leave me alone. There we go. Beekeeper. Howdy ho, I'm afraid we're closed for the season. Closed? I need some of your honey right away. Sorry, our supply was cleaned out just a little while ago. Funny little man with a cart, you just missed him. Yes, I've met him. He's the quartermaster for the Bear, but he had a bit of an accident on the road. I need to collect some more honey for the lakeshore camp. The Bear? Well, that explains why that quartermaster purchased so dang much. I heard that the lumbering bully would steal the nectar from a larva if it suited him. Our poor bees have already worked themselves half to death for that order, and they don't have any honey left. I wish I could do something to help you, but the only honey left in the entire apiary is Her Majesty's personal reserve. Her Majesty? Why, my sweet spring flower, the jewel of my crown, the golden sun of my... Yes, get on with it. My beloved queen, she's as lovely as she is wise and resides over a flowered kingdom. A shrill voice... Oh gosh, Queen Bee. A shrill voice pierces the meadow and sends chills down your spine. Slave, where's my dinner? I order you to bring me the finest sunflowers. Right away, my love. And make it pretty this time. I don't want another one of your dandelion bouquets like some common wasp. Yes, my sweet. I think I had better have an audience with this queen myself. Chest. Another jar, and reedy twine. Oh. The regal insect looks down her curled nose at you scornfully. That fool beekeeper is supposed to stop the rabble from trampling my delicate garden. Good help is so hard to find, isn't it? And I suppose you've come to lend a hand? No, I don't think so. What do you want, little beetle? You seem like a very busy woman, so I won't waste your time. I need honey, your best honey. She tilts her long neck back and lets out a buzzing laugh. Huh, you think I simply give my carefully cultivated riches to just any commoner? Do you have any idea how much time and energy is spent managing this colony? Everyone always wants something, but no one ever wants to work for it. In a rustle of petals, the beekeeper comes running over, holding out an assortment of beautiful prairie flowers. My darling sweetheart, I offer you the finest meadow flowers. I hope you find these to your liking. Is this marigold? You wax-brained fool. You know, I despise this stuff. How many times must I repeat myself? Get out of my sight, all of you. My love, I have wronged you. Let me try again. You follow the beekeeper a short distance away, while he busies himself picking more flowers. She seems to be in a foul mood. Does she always treat you like this? Well, yes, but it's really usually my own fault. Sometimes when she really gets her venom up, a little bit of smoke and soothing herbs calms her right down. Smoke, you say? I'm sure I could come up with something to even out her mood. Royal incense recipe. Where is that? Here, no smoke pellet. Royal incense. Produces a smoke to calm even the surliest region. Okay, so I need smoke pellet, witch spice, and sulfuric potion. And I need water again. Okay. Where to get water? Do I have to go all the way back to the well? I might have to go all the way back to the well. Okay. How much do I need? Okay, got that. Just gonna get some more water while I'm here. I need more campfire embers. Okay. You sneak. Do you honestly believe that your little puff of smoke can... The queen fans herself lightly as the world begins to push and pull all around her. Oh, does anyone else feel a little hot? Anyways, as I was saying, you can't just... The sparkling sun bears down on the queen, like a warm summer's embrace. Ay, look at all these beautiful colors. Have they always been so bright? The queen bee stretches her arms across the sea of flowers, brushing the tips of their petals gleefully. She arcs her limbs through the myriad of colors swirling about her head. It's gorgeous. Oh, and what's that delicious smell? Cracking into the waxen walls of her hives, the queen pulls out a golden honeycomb. She proceeds to messily stuff the honey into her face. Delectable. Oh, it's so good. You simply have to try some, my dear. I've never tasted anything so delicious in my life. She offers up a sticky handful to you. Why, thank you, my queen. The queen holds out a shimmering honeycomb to you. Take it. Hehehe, I got honey. Don't get angry with me. Okay, now we gotta go back and add this to the brewery. Ah, I need this. Back here. There. Keep yawning. I'm gonna have to end soon. Yeah. Okay. And the honey. As you squeeze the honeycomb with your bare hands, thick, rich honey slowly oozes into the brewery's tank. Too sweet for your taste, but then this potion is not for you. With the addition of the final ingredient, the brewing equipment is sealed and set to work. Steam hisses from rivets, and its swollen metal belly clanks and rattles. Before long, the waggling fingers of the gauges and dials settle down, indicating that the brew is complete. You give a quick sniff test and recoil at the sickeningly sweet vapors. You push an empty wooden keg under the contraption's spigot and crank the release valve. The brewery strains under the pressure and fills the keg with chunky, oozing fluid. may not be the finest honey mead around, but hopefully this great raging galoot won't stop to notice the difference. Bree wheezes in defeat. You doubt it will ever make mead again. Take the peg. It did its best. Captain, I've brought you more honey mead. The bear swipes out the tanker with his massive paw and tosses the contents into his slathering maw without hesitation. He licks his chops, savoring the peculiar flavor. With a sudden jerk, he bears down on you with suspicion. Say, this tastes kind of funny. What did you do, soldier? It's a new recipe. I thought you might enjoy something with a little more sting in it. You know I hate new things. I'll teach you to mess with my favorite brew, you hayseed. The bear is upon you with frightening speed. He raises the huge mace in his paw skyward, and you brace for the impact. With an equal measure of speed, the sergeant leaps between the crashing mace and your head. You peer through your fingers as a great clang resounds through the camp. The bear roars furiously as his blow is magically repelled from the sergeant's talisman. The mace goes spinning out of his paw and falls into the lake with a great splash. He gapes dumbfounded as the sergeant stands before him, completely unharmed. Ha! They'll teach you to pick on us, you big oaf. This has been a long time coming. The sergeant wags his finger at the bear. Who do you think you are, huh? You think you're so big and tough with your fancy feather hat and your big honking club? Well, look at you now. The camp soldiers gather to witness in stunned awe. Miraculously, the bear seems to shrink in the face of the sergeant's onslaught. If it was up to me, you'd be dishonorably discharged for disorderly conduct. You're a disgrace to the uniform. You're no captain of mine. With fear welling up in his eyes, the bear shrinks and shrinks until he is reduced to the size of a small cat. And another thing, what's happening? In place of the bear's drunken grimace is the stitched smile of a doll's grin. Two button eyes stare back at the disapproving faces surrounding the little plush toy. The sergeant takes a step back to reveal a small shape of a stuffed teddy bear where the brute once stood. Your transformative potion has finally done its work. Gee, I guess I overdid it? He scratches his head in befuddlement, but seems genuinely relieved. Hey, Sarge, I guess that means you're in charge now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Well, what are you all standing around for? The camp's a mess. Let's get to work. Hey there. You pick up the diminutive doll and brush some sand out of its fur. As you inspect it further, its head lolls to face you. Far within the glassy surface of its button eyes, you can barely make out a tiny crimson flame, the trapped soul of the bear. This ought to be what the old goat is after. I hope he's happy. Quest completed. I think... Oh, hello. What a relief with the bear gone, we can all rest easy. Can I speak to you again? Ah, what a mess, so much to do. Okay. With that, I am going to call it here, I think. And continue another day to deal with a snake, leech, and ox. I have some things I'm going to be jumping around quite a bit as I gather things to complete those. So yeah, I'm going to exit. Yeah, I am really enjoying this game. It is a lot of fun, great cozy vibes. I'm gonna find someone to raid, more than likely my husband. Um, yeah. Okay. Going to read into multi. Um, I will continue with this another day. Same for Resident Evil, which I streamed earlier. Um, I might stream tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to see how I feel. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm really liking the cozy vibe. I'm liking like gathering ingredients to like relearn everything. And I'm curious about the sleeping maiden under the house and like the connection. I'm thinking like a daughter or something potentially that we've just forgotten about. If like, you know, we went begging to like save her, it'd have to be someone really close to us. So I'm intrigued to see where things go. Yeah, I'll probably be back tomorrow, but gonna raid into multi. Hope you have a wonderful night. Or day, or whatever it is for you.